No, no, down this way. Tully Jetty. Luna! Those like wee orchard trees, aren't they? I don't know if they are or not. Ah, wee apples. Wee apple tree. Luna, do you want a wee apple? Apple, the one about apples in Armagh done well this year. Very good quality apples this year, so there's. Luna's never had an apple. Wee Willow would eat that apple. Don't know if that was ripe enough there. Luna! There's one on the ground. I took one, a couple on the ground, but the woman was telling me the National Trust place. I asked her one time, the National Trust up in it's up in Armagh district, I can't remember what you call it. And there's a wide pile of apples lying on the ground. Wide pile. Seen the wide waste. Fell off for the wind. And I stand there, did not lose a pile of apples. And what she says, so I'm not doing no harm here, that's why I'm explaining this. Do you see the fact now that apple's no longer in that tree? That means the tree will give the nutrients to all the others, so all the others end up bigger. If no apples were to fall off the tree, it wouldn't be nice at all. So when the ones fall off, you end up with nicer ones. I don't know if that's like that, but well, Luna can catch it, play with. You take your eye off when she's away. Luna! That's it, you better have a bigger pup like. If Shadow was in there now, I'd see him. How short legs like, and quick, short legs. Look, she's over there, look. She's going to get covered in ticks. Luna! Over this way, Mom! Come on, Luna! If I knew there's no rabbits about here, I'd say, oh look, it's having a brilliant time. I don't want to be after them hares. Hi Luna, look what I got! Luna! Look what I got! Hang on, you ready? Ah, you gonna carry that? An apple! You can play with it, or you can eat it, or you can do both. Luna! Come on, Luna! Look at that, eh? I'll buy you the agreeable toy. That's like it. Oh no, you left it hit. Luna! Bring your wee... I'll call it a ball. Luna, bring your ball! Luna! Well, apples don't grow on trees, you know. Come on, we'll go down this way. I'll keep them in my pocket for later. I can see water now. I can see water. I think this is one of the walks you actually see the lake. Most of the walks in Fermanagh you don't. Most of the walks we'll do today we will see the lake. We're getting some of the better ones now. But the lake of some of the big forest parks you don't see. These counters everywhere. Look at this one here. They must be more powerful than one. They must send a wee beam across to each other. But I'd like to know how to read it all. Did they have to come with a screwdriver or maybe they got a wee app for a phone, you know. A wee app. Everything works with apps now, doesn't it? Probably Bluetooth. Open it up once a year and put a wee battery on it. But you think if the batteries went done pretty quick, they'd have a wee lock and key on. So something's easy to open rather than 4 screws. Where's she gone now, like? No point in titling this video, Luna goes to Tully Castle. She's gone mad. Ah, we're on the walk now. This is the walk. Tully Castle. You know what, it might blink all over the walks. You don't see the lake. This place belongs to NIEA. You see, that's why you can get a wee bit different from forestry. But to me it looks the same as the forestry. Gravel path, lake on one side you barely see. I think too a lot of these paths are from around near the lakes. Because near the lakes they're always flat, no hills or nothing. That might be great for some people, but it gets boring after a while. You need the odd hill and drop and add a wee bit of drama. There was a lake in there, you can just about see it. Really nice to have that wee boardwalk around outside that, wouldn't it? Walking through the grasses and all. Well, it's a good wee walk for her in the morning, at least she's allowed off the lead. There's the jetty now, I was honest to hear that. See, there's the thing here now, I was sleeping here last night, and you think, oh, I shouldn't be out camping here, but there's ones on the bus sleeping here last night. What's the difference? What is the difference between, you know, you build a jetty to allow a boat to stay here. Why not put a wee bit of tarmac and allow a motorhome to stay? What is the difference? I don't get it. Why is it that boats can go wherever they want, have a wee place of their own, and yet motorhomes, because the same idea, they've got a chemical toilet, they've got a gas cooker, they survive the same way into that boat as I do in my caravan. They have on board storage tanks. I don't in the caravan. Motorhomes have on board storage tanks. She's going out in the jetty. Fermanagh's brilliant in the summertime in the hot weather. Plenty of wee spots like that to get them cooled off. Look at that there now. It's on a boat. Look at the view you have. I would get fed up with the water lashed against the side. You hear the water banging against the side, that would annoy me. Lena! She's going to try and chase the birds now, is she, out there? She's not scared of the jetty. You've not got water to go out in the jetty, but she's more worried about slipping. She's going back to her chasing birds again. I thought she was stopping that. I suppose she's like she's on holiday now. She's let her hair down. Tell you what, it would cost a fortune to run a boat now, the price of diesel. Even red diesel's expensive. Maria's saying when she's going mad. Bad place for a picnic table, isn't it? Way up and down in the shade. Summertime you'll be surrounded with flies. Oh, look, you've got a wee map and all. How you not get lost? People in boats will not get lost here. Just go right, a wee viewpoint there. That means they cut down a couple of trees. See herring island. We're not going to see no herons, we see. Tully Point is home to a whole host of treasures, not least of all Tully Castle. So the whole place is called Tully Point, which was built in 1619 by Sir John Hume during the plantation of Austell. The path to your left will lead you through the beautiful meadows, we've seen the meadows, up to the ruins of Tully Castle itself. In the cottages below the castle you can learn all about the history and about those who lived both inside and outside its walls. See, I'd like to know that. But I'd rather have boards like this telling me as a cottage, because a board like this can be viewed any time of the year. My cottage is always closed. There's piles of weans, school bus of weans, you can't go near with a dog like. The headlands boast much more than the castle though. A walk along the shorelines will take you through some of the best woodland that the geopark has to offer. I would disagree with that. You need to go up by Margaret's Caves. Alder, oak, willow, hazel and holly have thrived on its shoreline since the waters of Lough Erne dropped in the 1880s. That's why we can't see the thing. The water's dropped and all these plants all planted themselves. Due to the extensive drainage schemes, this woodland is home to some of the most amazing wildlife. So see, 1880s the water was dropped, but bear in mind, that water was dammed. When this castle was here, that water wasn't that height. You got the big dam down at, can't remember what you call it now, it's not far from here, over in Donegal. And that keeps the water at the height it is. Apparently they have a greater height. If the water was down too low, it messes up the boats, because these jetties don't float, they're anchored. And there's times unless going floods in the winter. You think, well, why didn't they let the water out sooner? But they have to do then, the boats land in the wrong place. It's all about wildlife and all that, lots of wildlife. You need to come up here and read this. The walk takes you along the edge of Lower Lough Erne through the beautiful woodland and the past Tully Castle itself. and past Tully Castle, you'll find great views of Lough Erne, and it has islands including Heron Island, which is it's only a stone throw away. See if I can throw a stone there. I'm going to see. I'll throw this apple over to see what happens. There are great exposures of the underlying geology. See, that's what I like to see. I like to see a bit of geology. I find you don't see that here. It's flat, you don't see that. You need to see the odd bit of rock here now. And limestone, private bird life, and all the rest. That's where we were yesterday. We were up there yesterday. Can't remember what you call it. Oh, you're in the water! Oh, she wouldn't come out yesterday in the rain. Look at her now, trying to keep it dry. I couldn't get her out of the car. 3 times I opened the car door. She came as far as the car door and refused to come out. Ended up I had to pull her out the other side. And the worst of the rain had passed. But she was still suffering a shock, so she was. Heron Island pet. Oh, you've been trying to get over to the heron. She's going more normal now. She's doing a wee sniffies and all now. Oh no, she's running away again. Look how dense that is there. Brilliant for Luna, bad for me, keep an eye on her. I think the problem here is none of the trees are very old. They're all these scraggy things, aren't they? So why are they not? Where's all the big old trees? Water level dropped in the 80s, so they're trying to say in the 70s this was underwater. So all these trees have come from the 70s. Even still, there's not many trees there 50 years old. But suppose when the water dropped, it was just muck. Probably lay about 10-15 years before anything started growing. And we're with the old shoreline. You see that the ground high up over there. The ground does high up a wee bit. It'd be interesting to really walk up there, see if there's an original path where folk would have walked before the water dropped. Look at her walking the stones. Like, she's already soaked, like. She's walking that wee line of stones out there, so she is. Trying to keep the paws dry. Sometimes you have to wonder what goes through her head, like. She's actually trying to keep her paws dry. And she was splashing in them 5 minutes ago. Must be starting to get a wee bit cold now. You ever see them ones that go coasting? She would enjoy that, you know. She likes going around the edge of water and diving in the odd time. What a jumping. Come on out, Luna. Oh, there's a wee island out there. See, you often think it'd be nice to get to these wee islands. But you see, if you did go out, you can only guarantee if there's going to be a walk, it's going to look exactly the same as this. And I go around the outside of the wee island, there'll be a line of trees you can't see through, and a gravel path like this. It's very hard to get a wee grass path or clay path here. It's all gravel. If you brought a wee ruler with you, they're nearly all the same width. There's no variation in them. They've got a wee book, tells them what size to make it, and they built them all the paths from that are the same. Most of them. See, I know this is July now, but if you had a warm summer like last July, August, last year was very warm. Very impressed with a wee dog to get that. You just have to walk 5 minutes and you can put them back in the water. That's about the best view there. Now, go to show what it would look like if we didn't have so many trees on the outside. It would have been a brilliant walk, wouldn't it? If you walk, look how bright it is here. Especially them couple of wee trees missing. But look at the big rocks they had to put down to stop soil erosion here. That's what happens when you see no trees and how the soil to go. So they've had to come and put a big pile of rocks here. I really likes Tully Castle, so she does. Here's a wee path here. Leonard, you come down this way. Lena! Ah, she did that. See, that's the way. Look at the difference this makes now. Nice wee clay path. Look at that. Look at the difference that makes now. It's only a wee shortcut, like. There's more paths like this here, it'd be nice. Costs less money too. Like a wee stripper 2 or 3 times a year. That's it. And they're back down the motorway. Look at the wildlife. That water's pretty clear. I think this time of morning now, wee fishes would just be waking up, wouldn't you? Don't see nothing swimming nearby. Probably the sunshine's too bright for them. They want to hide in the wee shady bits. That'd be a brilliant place there if she play ball there. Do you want to go on, Lena? You got on? What about I was throwing the apple? Lena! That again! That again! Do you know what? I must get some apples to play with apples instead of tennis balls. If I was a tennis ball, I'd be floating away out there now, and all the rubber and plastics would be contaminating everything. Oh, look, she's eating the apple now, look. Look at this, she's going to eat it. Well, this here, this is an all-in-one toy. You can play in the water with, and she can eat it if she damages it. Well, if she damages a ball, it's no good. This might be the way forward. Get some apples for her. Look at that. Here's her home because she's selling apples. Although the seeds are poisonous. So she eats the apple and must get the seeds out of it. I'm doing all through. I'm doing all through. Come on, doing all through. Probably better than anything, that apple. I don't know how to check for seeds. I don't check for seeds. Hang on. Ah, she's eating the seeds. Oh, you've ate the seeds. Oh, you beastie. Oh, God knows now you've a bus coming out of the house. I'll have to get you another apple before we go home. Hey, you like that toy? She's not with now, she likes apples. That's better than cat food, isn't it? You could do this in an electric wheelchair, but I wouldn't fancy pushing a wheelchair along these stones. I did. Maybe a wing or something like that. Try for a pram. There's a wee bit of a hole came down here from the cottage. And I think there's a wee bit of hole coming back. No steps. Very quiet. Do you know what? It is quiet. I don't like quiet. You won't hear a car, nothing here. It is. You don't even hear a boat. If Luna wasn't splashing the water and you're hearing yourself and you got a book down you would hear nothing. Only the odd birdie. I'll just be quiet a wee minute. We'll get a wee bit of water and be quiet when you sing. There's no wind blowing either. Normally if the wind blows you get that noise. I'll stop walking now. I see Luna's making noise. If you didn't have a Luna with you, dead quiet. It's not my place as quiet as here. Normally you always hear something in the background. Apart from wee Luna, there's a noise in the background. Anybody who likes listening to birds, that's the place to come here. So quiet, every noise she makes you can hear. Well, that's lime there, limestone. See where it's all dissolved. Bit of limestone here. So this is a geopark here now. Not the geopark all the time. Limestone. This is an ancient seabed. Tropical waters once was on top of this. Oh, a couple of wee ducks out there. We are here. So what's that trying to tell us? What's all these wee arrows? Is that the wind coming in or what? I don't know. What's the idea of the arrows? Our map showing direction of glacier flow during the last ice age. The ice age. In front of you lies the second biggest body of fresh water in the UK after the enormous Lough Erne. In front of you lies the second biggest body of fresh water in the UK. Lough Ness has the most amount of water, so deep. So when they say the second biggest body, Lough Erne is the largest lake, but it's very shallow. There's not a lot of water in Lough Erne. So this must be the same idea, it's just the surface area that's covered. It's the second. See, half an hour now is covered in water. Lough Erne, this is the second. After the enormous Lough Erne, I have to say Lough Erne is shallow. In geological time, Lower Lough Erne is a relatively recent addition to the landscape. So that's you could drain a bit of it. The exposed limestone rock that can be seen. See, I've seen the limestone over there. Look where it is. I've seen the exposed limestone rock. I've seen it dissolve. The exposed limestone rocks that can be seen here on the edge of this headland formed over 300 million years ago, when Ireland lay under a shallow tropical sea near the equator. See, I knew that. See, folk think I come out with crap in my videos. I knew it was a nice warm sea above that. Luna would have loved it back then, like sharks would have went for. During the past 2.5 million years, the landscape here has been sculpted by repeated glaciation of ice ages. It's all downhill, isn't it? During the last glaciation, a massive ice sheet carved out the valleys that now hold Lower Lough Erne. Lough McNane, I'm no good with, and Lough Melvin. Local rocks were ground down. I see the locals get grounded down. That's the same with the local Irish and the British came. Grind them down like. Local rocks were ground down too beneath the ice sheet and left behind as boulders, mud, known as till. The till was shaped by the ice into small hills known as drumlins. So that's how the drumlins are formed. And the Irish meaning little hills, which make up many of the islands found in Lower Lough Erne today. Around 18,000 years ago, the ice began to melt and eventually left behind the huge volume of water you see here today. Lough Erne, Irish mythology, however, has many different stories. I had to do that with it first. For the oranges of Lough Erne, one says that it was named after a mythical woman named Erne, who was lady in waiting to Queen, whatever it is, Connacht. Her and her maidens fled north from Roscommon, probably come up the Austell to get shopping, when they were attacked by a giant. They unfortunately drowned in a lake or river, and their bodies dissolved to form Lough Erne. God, they must have been fat women. It's also possible that the loch took its name, it's more likely rather than the woman, took its name from an ancient group of people called Erns. Many of these groups were named after a divine ancestor, and so it's likely, but I'm reading maybe, it's likely that the Erne was named after the goddess Erne. So all the same, different spelling. E-I-R-A-I-N-N and E-R-A, it's all the same stuff, different spelling. I think they all pronounce the same. And that Lough Erne, now got a E-I instead of E-R. Just messing about the letters here. Probably means lake of the goddess Erne. Just mean, people go on with my spelling in my videos, so they change the spelling all over the here. Look, we go from E-I-R-A-I-N-N to E-R-A-N-N to E-A-R-N-E. People are chilling. I'm not the first to make spelling mistakes. I'm just evolving my spelling. There you are now, tropical sea and all float here one time. How you could lay here, how many million years ago, 300 million years ago, even swimming here, mum coral reefs and everything. Where's Luna? I think the billions of wee animals making up that limestone. That's all the wee dead sea creatures. Luna! Come on out. You see, if it didn't have this out gravel path here, you could actually hear nature. All you hear is my feet. As I walk in the grass. See, once I walk in the grass, I can hear raindrops falling off them leaves. I need to bring a wee bit of tarmac in here. Hear the water here now, though. See, a nice sunny day, you want to be sitting listening to the lapping of water, wouldn't you? So there's Erne Island now. You know what? I couldn't throw a stone that far. But it looks interesting. If you had a wee canoe, when you love to scoot over, wouldn't you? It's not very far away, like. So that's formed by Tull. That's all the crap the glacier just left there in a pile. All those scrapings. So that must mean now you could dig down a hole in the middle of it, you're not going to find salt rock in it. Where's Luna? Oh, there she is. Luna is loving this. She is loving this wee walk. See, I like a wee bit of noise now. I'm happy here now. I can hear a wee bit of water. Oh, a bit of breeze starting here now as well. That's just making the water. More history panels. A wee bit of reading. I don't read. I never read. I like to read a wee history panel. Devonish Island. You get Luna out there. How you doing?
Morning.
Luna! Come on. Luna, calm down, woman. Luna, no jumping. Oh, you're going mad now. She hasn't seen humans for ages now. That's wrong with her. The history of Tully Erne is usually associated with Sir John Hume Plantation Castle 1612 to 1615 and the events of Christmas Eve 1641. That's when they burned the 70 people, killed them and burnt the castle down. The earlier ancestral history of the site is less well known. Abbey Point was traditionally the site of an early Christian abbey. There are no visible remains of the abbey today. However, there is archaeological evidence of 3 hut circles and stone wall fragments that might have been part of the early Christian abbey. The abbey lies at the north. See, I hate to go on these compasses. Why not just say the abbey lies so much for 400 metres to your left or something like that. The abbey lies northwesterly corner of Home Bay and Lower Lough Erne, 400 metres to northwest of the castle. So I wouldn't have a clue where that is. Somewhere. Lough Erne Shrine, 9th century, in the 1800s there. The Lough Erne Shrine was discovered at Tully in 1891 when a fisherman got his line caught on what his first thought was a tree stump. The discovery consisted of one shrine housed within another, used to preserve a saint's relics. Both shrines have laid for hundreds of years beneath the surface of Lough Erne and are thought to date back to the 8th or 9th century. The fisherman may well have thrown them back into the loch had not local antiquarian and archaeologist Thomas Plunkett intervened. Plunkett ensured the shrine made it to the Royal Irish Academy in Dublin. See that ticking our stuff? The larger shrine, that shrine should be in that wee cottage up there. It belongs here. The larger shrine is one of the only 9 so-called house-shaped shrines. The Lough Erne shrine is the largest. It is not associated with a particular saint or church, though a connection with Devonish or whatever other place possible. That should have been kept here, like, instead of Dublin. The ones in Dublin are not interested. They have plenty of things down there. They're not interested in that wee one there, like. But does that one go inside that, does it? I don't know. See, if we had it up here to look at it, I would know that. Does that go inside that? You need to get these wee smart things now, don't they, for mobile phones and have wee video presentations. Lena! If it was found there, it belongs here. It should have been kept here. See, you all put all these stuff in the same museums. All you need is one ball, one found, you've lost everything. All the eggs in one basket. Everything could set up there in the cottage and a few things more local. And then people want to see it, you have to travel to the locations where they were. A wee shortcut there, look, wee farmer's gate. I makes you wonder how it ended up out there. Was somebody stealing this wee shrine from one of these abbeys, and the wee boat capsized. Going down on Skilling today. Don't know why I spend much time on Skilling. Dogs have to be on leads. I never had my dogs on leads, but Luna would have to be. She would run everywhere. So it's not going to be as interesting going around the town with Luna on a lead. She's okay on a lead. So maybe she's running around here and gets the worst of that. Maybe she'll enjoy it. But if she's constantly tugging on the lead, I know she's not enjoying it. If she's happy at home, she's happy walking on the lead. And she has to. We do a wee bit of both. So if she doesn't mind the lead, we'll do on a Skilling town with her. Are you calming down a wee bit now, honey? Something up. You're going too quiet. Come on this way now. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Is the course hitting you now, is it? Aye, but I'm on ahead now, come on. I'm going to hire a bus someday and go out in that loch with her. Don't know what she'll be like on a boat. She might get bored. Oh, these wee boys, are these over in the Republic? These wee boys here. What do you call them? They have Gaelic on one side and English on the other, like. On the right hand side of the path are the remains of a landing place for boats. See, see, I would have walked past that. That is brilliant. That's what you need here. I'll find telling you what it is you're looking at beside you. There we place for boats there. On the right hand side is a path from are the remains of a landing place for boats. In years gone by, there were no cars, few roads, and the loch was the fastest way to get around the county. Those that inhabited Tully Castle may well have used this landing place to venture out into the loch. And there's one of them wee red bloodsuckers. Right, them wee red bloodsucker spiders you seen as a wing. There's one of them there. Oh, here's something else. More on the other side. In the 1950s, a large-scale drainage scheme lowered the water level of Lough Erne to expose a number of log canoes. Here off the headland of Tully, those would have been a common mode of transport many years ago. Hold on a minute here. Log canoes. I thought the dam was holding this water back. The water must have been held back by a natural lake before they built the dam. Because they have log canoes. This water must have always traditionally been high. So it might be interesting to get the original level. Where's the wee bloodsucker spider now? Ah, he's gone now. There's definitely a wee red bloodsucker spider in that one I came. They don't suck blood, that's what we call them. There's a house up there now, modern house. You see these history panels, raise you more questions. During the scheme in 1950, why did they load in 1950? Did they want more land? You know, you had the war, people growing food, shortage of land. Did they deliberately drop it so they have more land? There wasn't many pleasure boats back then. So that means when then Catalinas, flying boats, were taken off in World War II, that lake was higher up. So that's why all the walks here in Fermanagh next to the lake is all flat, like this. This is all underwater. If they load that lake by another foot, you'd probably gain another 40 feet of ground or more. It's still pretty shallow at the sides. There's the sun coming out now. I already put the heater on the caravan last night before we went to bed for about half an hour. Around July, like, I put about a heat on. There's herons out there, don't I? Would that be Herring Island, would it? Stone's Throw. There's a heron out there. I could throw a stone there. Well, I wouldn't really throw a stone. A stone through, I could throw a stone there. That might be Herring Island out there. There's barbed wire there to stop maniacs and lunas from going out to them in the water. There's a big feeding trough over there for cattle, so you must have cattle out there at times of the year too, lying on the side. Oh, to see them, I mean, like, I hear splashes. Look, there's a bird, there's a plane, there's a lunatic. That wee plant there, I think, is supposed to be rare there, you know. We're one of them in my sister's garden pond. It's not in the garden centre. It looks like that. Maybe it's not the same. I thought it was a rare plant. That must be a wild one there. No, maybe it's a wee bit different. Well, flowers all look the same to me, you know. It's that type of shape, but it might be a different Latin name. Alright. Oh, I must be leaving the lake now. We're heading inland again now to this wee gate. I'll be happy when I'm out of this car park. Now this road's narrow. Not very busy, but it doesn't have to be busy. All you need is one person to sort of block me in. No, hold on now. I'm up now to rabbit country now. Going to check out this car park over here. It's for cars only. Buses to go up where I am. And I want to see a route that's suitable for white camping at night. Because that's beside a house. I don't like parking beside people's houses. Big high heights like. But I prefer not to be beside somebody's house. And that's got a wee meadow and all in there. Bear in mind you come here at night, everywhere's empty. Come late at night, go out in the morning, no hassle. You sit all day clogging up spaces. So let's take a wee look at this and go back to the cottage. Mobile phone signal here, internet works here. Leave no trace. You'd never know. Luna, I'm on this way. You'd never know Luna was there.